$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Man, this is a tough one, man. If I were in the position of astronaut Chris Ferguson, I don't know if I could do this.
Uh-oh.
Because I always wanted to be an astronaut. That was my thing growing up. I saw you were dressed as a cowboy. You used to have that as a little picture.
Yes.
I was like, I want to be an astronaut because, you know.
Well, I never wanted to be a cowboy because I dressed as a cowboy. My mom just made me.
I thought you.
I wanted to be an astronaut too. If you had well, first I wanted to be Aquaman when I realized that wasn't possible.
Oh, you couldn't do that.
Yeah, I never wanted to be a cowboy.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't want to be a cowboy, baby?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I wanted to be an astronaut. So if all of a sudden my dream got to come true and I got to be an astronaut, and then this came up, Chris Ferguson had a very tough decision to make, and he's decided, I'm going to pull myself from a flight to the International Space Station. And why? Because he wants to make sure he can attend his daughter's wedding next year. And that's a tough decision. It really, really is. I mean, obviously you want to be there for your daughter's wedding, but the International Space Station, who gets to do that?
I feel like they've just created the premise and the plot for that away television show on Netflix for the second season.
Oh, really? So that's what we can look forward to.
Well, because the whole show is basically about, what's her face?
Yes, Hilary Swank, yeah.
She's an astronaut and she leaves for like a 3-year expedition to go to Mars.
Yeah.
And so... But she's got a daughter and a husband, and things go down, and it's like this dilemma of, do you go back home, or do you even agree to go? You know what I mean? Like, that's like the whole point, is like you're walking away from your family for 3 years. Yeah. You can video call each other, but you're gone.
Yeah. And that's the decision he had to make.
I mean, how much does he like the future groom to be? You know,
that's the other thing. I mean, you know, right? You really get these all have to be into it. But he did make the announcement yesterday saying, "I am not going to the space station."
I want to share with you a difficult and personal decision I've had to make. I have chosen to step aside as the commander of the crew flight test scheduled for next year. I'm deeply committed to human spaceflight, but next year is very important for my family. I have made several commitments which I simply cannot risk missing. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not going into space next year. And thank you for your understanding, too.
See, here's me. I'd be the guy going, you know, with the whole COVID thing, are you sure you're getting married, honey? Why don't we push it off?
Wow.
And then I can go to space.
Kind of not wrong.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that reasonable? He doesn't get to go to space.
Do you love your father or not?
Yeah.
Daddy's an astronaut.
Daddy's an astronaut.
Exactly. Well, bring your daughter in. I'm curious to see what she would say.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she would lose.
She's going to melt down.
I know. I think she's still.
I think Sarah would push it back.
Party.
I think she would push it back. And
you think she would push it back?
She has to push it back. She has to for her father.
Do you not know your daughter?
Yeah, push back your relationship, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. We'll see what she says.
All right, young Sarah.
Yes.
You're in the room now. All right, imagine Dad's an astronaut.
That's right.
That's insane just to even think about.
Just imagine it.
Okay.
J-Rub just got down on one knee. He's proposed to you.
Oh, okay.
You get the big day scheduled. You're getting married. And then dad drops the bomb that, hey, I know you're getting married in August, but come July, I'm supposed to go to space and I'm going to be gone for a year.
It's the final frontier.
To be honest, my first thought, I will effing kill you if you miss my wedding.
Yep.
Yeah, but
That is my first thought.
Yes. What's your
Then-
second thought? I will really kill you.
Yeah, well, and then the waterworks would come.
Yep.
And then, see, I really want to be cool with decisions like that. Like, I talk to J-Rubs now, and I'm like, if you're offered $1 million, but you have to miss the first birth of our kid or something, I want to be cool with you not being there for the birth and taking the money. But in reality, I don't think I would be. I think I would be crazy. And you're not going to space, Dad. Sorry.
wow.
Well, and also, fortunately, I don't know when is anyone going to offer. Like, what are they offering them $1 million
we hear, like,
for?
crazy story, or like go to the Super Bowl. That's like the
Hello,
Seahawks
random
are in or
stranger.
something.
I will give you $1 million if you miss the birth of your
But
first
like, if
child.
there's like a crazy epic thing that he's
What if
invited
what if I were to get paid $1 million to go to the space station? Could I miss it then?
Do I get the $1 million?
No, of course. Why would you get it?
Well, if you give me some, and then we could postpone the wedding till you're back,
All right.
or maybe we just do a shock. I don't know. I could not have you at my wedding.
I'm gonna call it truth right here. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think basically, I don't know what the percentage is these days, but how many young marriages fail?
That's what I was wondering about this guy. Do you think he's like, is this marriage going to last?
Exactly. It's like a wedding is no big deal anymore. Hate to say it, but I mean,
Damn.
people don't stay married, and yet how many times you get to go to the space station? The space station to me is a much bigger deal.
Not just go, but be the captain.
Yeah, he's the captain.
He gets to be James T. Kirk.
He's the captain now.
Okay, so what you're saying is, if this was our life, you would go to space and miss my wedding?
Oh, definitely.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Wrong
would you-
answer.
I'm
also-
the commander.
But would you be upset if he
space
just
commander.
said, "Hey, like this opportunity came up. Would you mind postponing your wedding for a year so I could be there?"
I would be way more inclined to do that. Yes, that would be reasonable. That'd be a compromise.
What if I use this voice too? You have to postpone your wedding. I'm the captain.
Jeez.
I'm going to space.
Okay, you're not invited
Sarah.
anymore. Yeah, I want you to go
going
to
to
space
space.
now. No.
What if he misses your birthday?
I can't make your birthday.
I am getting upset even just thinking about this fake scenario.
I can tell.
I'm getting
I can
heated.
see it.
Dude, she still blames me for not going to her birthday, but I was in Philadelphia for work.
Yeah.
Don't care.
She's still mad at me.
There's still
weren't
planes
there.
to get back in time.
Yeah.
Thank
It was
you.
literally
You're
in the
welcome.
middle of it.
You're
That
so
is
not
the true
dedicated.
friend
You're not
I
dedicated.
need.
The friend that has not been to any of your birthday parties.
And by the way, I love it because Vicky
You
was
get a
working.
pass.
She was working for us. She was working for our thing at the station, and you're still mad at it.
Don't care.
Yeah.
My birthday's in the nighttime. Y'all are probably sleeping.
Can't believe you're such a bee.
There's red eye flights for a reason, BJ.
Oh, is that what they are for? Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, I don't know if you heard this news. This is actually really sad. I really felt sad about this news. The Seattle Landmark is closing its doors after 64 years in business. Steve will tell you all about this. He's got the Mix Report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. And it's a very special day for many of us because it's an international day, not just on a national level, but an international level. It's time to whip out your beer and your pizza because it's International Beer and Pizza Day.
It's a great day. Nice. Right? And it's a Friday, so that's a nice way to end the week.
Way better than celebrating National Moldy Cheese Day.
Oh, blue cheese. Well, I mean, I like blue cheese. Some people don't, but I do, Doug. I dig it.
Man, I'm a day ahead for both of those days.
Yeah?
I had pizza and wings with blue cheese last night.
Look at you. Did you throw a beer in there?
No, I should have. I could have used one.
You have failed this city.
That's true. I instead enjoyed a nice Diet Coke.
Oh, so you could have used one. Why? Is there any stress going on? Probably the Target parking lot. Not moving or anything, right?
No, the move's over. Last night we moved in.
Oh, you're in.
That's exciting. Now the stress is nobody knows where we live. As in delivery people.
Oh, no.
And I just checked online. Our home does not exist anywhere, BJ.
What?
I just spent the entire morning with UPS. They've been trying to deliver something for the last couple of days, and they don't know where we live.
They don't? You like your address doesn't exist in their system?
It does not exist.
Oh, congratulations.
I had to be on the phone with the Papa John's gal last night, just leading her to the promised land. The Lowe's people were coming by. Had to lead them to the promised land. It's ridiculous.
Is it that difficult to get to your house?
No, it's very simple, but it's brand new. So the development's brand new.
Oh, therefore a lot of maps don't have it.
No, I just looked online. Like, I'm on here. Let's just say it's this area.
Yeah.
This is it right here. And
there's nothing. There's no map to you.
No.
Oh,
so it's like as if I didn't need more stress with this whole move.
Oh, dude, isn't that weird?
It's very weird.
I mean, you're so new. You're not even on the map. Yeah, how would people? You're right. How would they get to you?
You're like a house hipster.
Right?
That's nuts.
It's so cool and not even on GPS.
You wouldn't even know about it.
Whoa, dude. There's nothing that can help.
I know. I go on Google Maps. It says I'll add a missing place. So I click on that.
Yeah.
And it gives you a drop down of all the different types of places it could be, from nightclub to gym to hotel. Home is not one of them.
Oh, no.
So I deemed it a nightclub.
Okay.
Nice. Club Steve.
Club Steve is going to make its way up to Google Maps.
Dude, that's trippy.
It's so trippy, man.
And we are such a delivery-based society these days.
And, when you try and call anybody, you got to press 1, you got to say this, you got to do that. It's impossible to get a human being to talk.
Yeah.
And when you finally do, and I'm like,
oh, man.
Here's my problem. They're like, oh, well, give us some details. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, how about here's my number. Tell the UPS guy to call me if he has a problem finding it. And they're like, oh, we don't allow them to make phone calls. I'm like, okay, well, this is going to go well.
This is perfect.
I'm just trying to get a garage door opener. That's all.
Oh, good luck to you. Man, dude, that sucks. And who knows when they're going to refresh all that.
Someone says I build roads for a living. I have this problem all the time. It's a pain to get supplies.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
What I need to do is I need to get one of those things at like the car dealerships, a giant gorilla, inflatable gorilla.
That's what you have to do.
Oh, please. Like, yo, if you're having a hard time with this, just look for the giant gorilla.
Yeah, I'm sure. And we used to be a landmark-based direction system. You could tell people, just take a left at the gorilla, take a right at the mailbox.
Right.
But we don't do that anymore, so nobody knows how to get around.
Everyone does GPS.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm trying to walk someone through it, and they're like, it's not showing on my GPS. I'm like, well, just listen to me. Go down this road, turn here. I don't know what you mean. I'm like, this is not going to work.
I don't know what you mean. Just turn at the road, I told you.
Well, we're also used to just using GPS.
Oh, this is a beating.
Yes, technology is completely
So you're going to have to come up with a set of directions that you'll write out and could just email everybody or text everybody, and hopefully they'll put it in the system.
I'm just going to go off the grid fully.
Oh, I love this.
Screw it.
Well, you're almost there.
It feels that way, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that pizza last night, I ate the whole thing.
I bet you did.
I did, and it was delicious. And Danny, I got pineapple on it, and you can suck it.
No!
Pineapple and bacon, baby.
Oh, that was the best pizza ever. Tasty and pisses Danny off.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about other things that stress. I don't want to talk about stress stuff. There was a study that says what's the most stressed out city in each state.
Yeah.
I think it should be Puyallup for Washington State based on my level of stress, but it's Tukwila.
Tukwila the most? Well, yeah, Tucwila's got a lot going on.
Yeah?
No, they do.
What do they got going on?
Well,
shopping malls and things?
Yeah, there's sometimes some trouble in Tukwila. There's a lot going on in Tukwila. I can understand that. Sometimes, people trying to live their lives, and then other people don't want them to live their lives, and transactions are made, and sometimes,
Well, let's talk about a sad day in Seattle.
Okay.
I think Seattle should be stressed because I'm starting to feel like that old guy when I first moved out here. You know, people were like, I remember when there was dirt on these roads, and I'm blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh gosh, get with it, man. It's 1997.
Yeah, come on.
What I mean,
we're the new kids,
right? Like, embrace the new Seattle. It's awesome here. The early 2000s. Well, man, it seems like everything is just going away. Now I'm starting to understand why.
Now you know why Dirt Road guy was bummed.
Yeah,
you want to go find him and apologize.
It's not. I've only gone there maybe twice my entire life, but I always love seeing the Elephant Car Wash, and apparently they're shutting down their doors.
The one downtown with the iconic spinning elephant. Yeah, that I saw that.
Right.
Too.
There's the other ones that are like in random places, like in Puyallup we have one, but the iconic one that's been there for 64 years in downtown in Seattle. When you like first get off of like Aurora, you'll see that big pink elephant.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah, dude, you're right. It's
right by the Denny Triangle.
Yeah, at least they're gonna preserve it.
Yes, they're gonna put it at the Museum of History and Industry, so people would be able to check out the sign. But it's not the same, man.
Look at you.
Tough day, man.
You can't find my house. They took my elephant. This sucks.
I just need the giant gorilla.
That's right. Well, maybe get
one
the
person brings
elephant.
up a good point. How are you going to get that giant gorilla if they can't find it to you to deliver it?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
I'm screwed.
The giant elephant's what you need, and that can be spinning around your house, and you get the best of both worlds.
Ooh. Just look for the pink.
Yeah. It doesn't stink. You know, because you can find your house.
Yeah. Right.
It stinks when people can't find your house. No,
everything stinks, man.
Hey, man. Wow.
You have no power.
You have no power?
Well, they were doing like a power maintenance, and of course, it's on the night that we moved into the new house. So they shut down all the power at like 10 o'clock last night. Didn't come back on until like 4 a.m.
What?
Yeah.
You can't be doing that.
They did it, BJ.
What the hell's with Puyallup, dude?
Welcome home, Steve.
Yeah.
Dude, if I didn't just buy a new house, I'd leave you off right now.
I mean, people have electronic alarms. What are they? I mean, are they crazy?
See, that's why it's nice to have the Hammer Bell battery power thing that I have.
Yeah, you'll subvert the system.
Hawks, they're playing this Sunday.
Are they?
Sunday Night Football, baby, taking on the Minnesota Vikings at home, but good luck getting tickets because they're not available.
Oh, okay.
Right. Seahawks could potentially start the season at 5-0 if they beat the Vikings on Sunday night.
Has that ever been done? Do we know?
No, this will be the first time in team history.
Whoa, not to put the cart before the horse, but wow.
Last night was Thursday Night Football. Did you watch any of the game?
I did not. Anything happen?
Yes.
What happened? What cool stuff happened?
Tom Brady lost his mind.
Did he?
It was awesome. Yeah, they played the Bears, so the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was getting sacked and stuff. There's a shot of him like on the sideline screaming and yelling at his offensive line, which, if anyone else did it, they'd be like, he's a loose cannon. But when Tom Brady does it, that's good leadership right there, BJ.
Yeah, of course.
Well, anyways, and then the game ends with just a massive, awkward moment. So they're trying to win the game, but they ended up losing 20-19, right? So they have the ball. Tom has an incomplete pass, and then he's like, okay, let me get the ball back because that was third down. And the ref's like, no, that was fourth down. The game's over. And he has this, puzzled look like what the hell just happened? He didn't realize it was the fourth down.
Oh, damn.
He lost track of downs, and the game ended in the most anticlimactic way for them.
Wow. Well, see, Tom, now you know what it feels like to be Russell Wilson. Seriously.
How so?
Well, because of
getting sacked.
Yeah, I mean,
I was confused. Russell never seems that confused.
No, but with the idea that this is why, I beat this dead horse, but Tom Brady's a good quarterback, but when you don't have the facility, when you don't have the personnel, it's awful hard to be a good anything, and that's why Russell Wilson is amazing because he never had the greatest personnel.
And there's Tom Brady on video.
Yeah. How many downs?
He's looking at the ref like, I'm so confused.
Wait a minute. I mean, yeah, okay, I guess I'll go now.
And if you look online, you'll be able to find a video of him just screaming and yelling at his offensive line.
Yeah, sorry, Tom, you don't have people to block for you. Yeah, well, welcome to Russell's world.
I think Belichick's like, should have left, should have retired, buddy.
Yeah, well, we know that. Guys like him just don't want to retire ever.
Well, anyways, that's what happened last night on Thursday Night Football. Sunday night's going to be a fun one, though. As far as weather, 64 degrees, going to be cloudy today, and that's the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
All right, how about that? So the Bears look real.
Yeah. Bears are looking pretty good, man.
All right, well, they can look as good as they want.
Bears are 4-1.
Well, hopefully we can tell them, but you're not 5-0.
That's right.
Yeah. We don't play them this year either, I don't think. So a lot of these teams that are doing well, we're not going to see.
Yeah.
Which is going to be really, really interesting. It seems like the leaders of their divisions in the NFC and it looks like the elite teams won't see each other until the playoffs if things end the way they are right now for the Packers and the Bears and for us. So that's pretty awesome.
Man, that's going to be crazy on Sunday night, though.
Yeah, it is. I'm excited. I really, really like this team. I really, you take a look at Russell because now he's got, an offense that actually is paid attention to. Like they're the focal point of the team's strategy as opposed to, defense all those years. And therefore he did not have the luxury of having any kind of offensive line that was on the level of Tom Brady's.
I was just thinking about that the other day where I was just like, man, talk about a tale of two different teams that Russell's on. Like, you think about this team, the two 4-0 teams. I mean, you had the 4-0 team back then where it seemed like guys on the defense didn't really have a lot of love for Russ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was guys taking shots at him, and it held guys on his offense. At times it seemed like Doug Baldwin was taking shots at Russell Wilson over the last few seasons before he ended up calling it a day. And then Richard Sherman, of course, there was those reports in that infamous ESPN article where it's like, unnamed players saying that they didn't like Russell Wilson. And then you look at this team right now where it seems like offense and defense, everybody's on the Russ should be the MVP train.
Well, yeah, and it's because he's got a winning attitude, whether you like it or not. Cancers in the locker room are cancers in the locker room.
You mean Earl Thomas might have been a problem?
I don't want to say any names like Earl Thomas. I think that would really be unfair.
I mean, he's not having any hard times finding a team to sign him, including a team that's one of the worst in defense.
Yeah, that says a lot right there, Earl. It really does. The guy that gave everybody a finger on the sideline because somehow him getting hurt was the team's fault. So let me give a finger to Pete Carroll because it was your fault I got hurt.
It's fun to watch, like to see guys like Jamal Adams and DK Metcalf just like banging the Russ Wilson drum.
And rightly so. The guy's a winner. And he's never missed a start, which is insane.
That is true.
It's insane.
He's had his knee bend in weird directions, and he still showed up for the next game.
And still has that attitude and still believes he can win no matter how many points they're down. Look, he sometimes is a cartoon character with how positive he is, but that's who he is. And it's surely, when you take a look at a dude his size who was not ceremoniously welcomed into the NFL as being heralded as a great talent, wasn't even paid the big money the year he made it because the guy that got paid big money laughed all the way to the bank when he didn't get the start. Mm-hmm. I mean, his whole story is pretty inspirational and unconventional, and I think a lot of people get jealous over that. I really, really do.
Go Hogs.
Yeah, that's right. And then, of course, you take a look at, he's got a wonderful marriage situation.
Go Hogs.
He's got a kid named Win. I mean, really, he is completely a stereotype of Mr. Positivity.
I hope the kid's middle name is the Super Bowl.
Oh, win the Super Bowl. He's like one of those personal growth seminar guys. Like, he
Russ?
is that guy.
Yeah.
What's that guy, Anthony?
Robbins?
Yeah, he's like Anthony Robbins in football. He's the Anthony Robbins of football. Like, everything, you can do it. Yes, you can. He's like Shallow Hal on his way to victory. Everything's pretty. Nothing is ugly in football. We can do this. And sometimes people don't like that. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What holiday was first observed under its current name on November 11th, 1954?
Thanksgiving?
No.
What current holiday? November 11th. Christmas?
No. No.
Wow. Labor Day?
No. What is the official...
Columbus Day?
No.
And I answered Thanksgiving after two of you answered Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I really just thought it should be Thanksgiving, but no, the answer is Veterans Day. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
One of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills. And of course we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy, and those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.